Hi, and welcome back to Thone's Mount Nibbles number 8. True righteousness, we're still talking about that, but we're going to be talking about mercy this time. And so our verse of the Beatitudes is Matthew 5:7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And we just want to think about merciful people here. Why is this in the Bible? It's to understand the importance of mercy in our daily work, our walk, our personal daily walk. And the communication is we should be led by the Spirit. Application to my life. First of all, merciful people are those with compassion for their fellow man. And there's lots of famous people that you may think of who were compassionate to their fellow man. They may have been religious leaders. We think of Mother Teresa. We think of some of the great, perhaps Martin Luther, or the great people who are involved in ministry are often compassionate people for the fellow man. We can also think of other people who maybe don't have as clear a reason for being merciful. You think of the people who founded all the various charitable organizations that give in many ways for the good of fellow man, whether it be for the relief from a hurricane or a flood, or the finding a cure for a disease. Those people all have a compassionate side to them, and that may or may not spring from a spiritual life. Some people are just pretty good people, and so it's not knowing that someone is merciful doesn't necessarily mean that they are of God. It just means that they have something in their heart for fellow man. They are people who forgive others for their offense. There are people who, led by the Holy Spirit, show political and also practical, compassionate, and joyful love for the sufferer. You go visit someone in the hospital, and perhaps they need you to sit with them and talk with them, or read the Bible to them, or feed them if they have trouble feeding themselves at the moment, or whatever. That's those are people who are practical, compassionate, and they are led by the Holy Spirit, we hope. For these people, the Beatitude indicates God's promise to show them mercy as well. And that's, not, the person who is merciful to another person, then God is going to go out of his way to be merciful to that person, the person who helps the others. They will be joyful in the Lord at this show of love. The flip side of all this is stated in James 2:13, which says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment." So we're basically breaking down two categories of people. There are those who, most of the time at least, I can't say always show mercy, but most of the time show mercy. And then God says that he will be merciful to them for that reason. However, in James, we're talking about people who have made a judgment about somebody without showing mercy. And then they will not be given mercy themselves by God. God says, I am happy when my people show mercy. And that shouldn't surprise anyone, I guess. My personal response, Lord, thank you for your mercy, for the merciful and understanding our basic attempts to follow you. This is one of those God-like characteristics which we try to nurture. And in fact, that's what all the Beatitudes are about, really, is show this characteristic of God, show this characteristic of God, and this will be your reward for doing that. So I guess that's the end of that one, and we'll talk to you next time.